with Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Here's Brunson. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Well, Brunson, one of those players that's just not going to be denied, determined to convert inside, and he does. Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Here's Towns. Williamson with the block.
Great job by Williamson. You know, I love watching him dunk, but man, his block shots are spectacular.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game. About a minute played so far here in the first. And the basket by McCollum.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Messi, the second chance points on the tip in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Here's Murray, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And Murray just determined to produce on that play.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Here's New Orleans. Now off the inbound. Here's Messi. No good that time. Towns with the defensive effort. On the wing, Anunoby. Pass to Hart. Here's Brunson. Back to Hart. The kick out to Anunoby. New York moving it around. Just 4 to shoot. To the inside. Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And that's just too easy. Bridges in there slamming it down.
McCollum outside. Over Brunson. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Making a change here. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Right side Towns. Pass to Bridges. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
One tough customer. Bridges fighting for the basket in close.
Back to Williamson. No good on the three.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Pass to Achua. High arcing shot. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
Brunson with a great job of just the setup on that play.
For three, Murray. And the three ball is good. Murray's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Pass to Brunson. The kick out to Towns. Misses the three. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Got a hand on it. They retain possession. Tries again. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. It's hauled in by Achua.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Here's Jones. Oh, he jams it right over Mitchell Robinson. Wow!
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. That'll be a 5-second call. "16 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And that one's good, Boston. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
To the middle. Here's Achua.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Here's Boston. And it's New Orleans scoring again. Here's Bridges. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. New Orleans on top, leading by 3. It's the...
Why you keep pausing the game?
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for New Orleans.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
They get it back. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk's got the lead up to 5 now for the Pelicans.
Well, Kelly Olynyk can score all over, but really valuable when you start to get points from this kind of balanced attack.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. You look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
The shot's good from Achua.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Pass to Boston. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Payne. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Bridges outside. This time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. New Orleans in the lead. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Lock at 6, and it's McCollum in the corner. There's the triple. Robinson pulls it in. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Bridges inside the three-point line.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
The Pelicans have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
This is a young player who you do not want to send to the free throw line. Trey Murphy, just about automatic.
And Anunoby sends it back. Getting the latest now from our sideline recorder, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me, and that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. Bumped on the way up, but hits it, and they call the blocking foul.
Yeah, Williamson, such a menace inside. It just doesn't matter what the defense is going to do there.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. When Zion came into the NBA, Brent, he was seen as a defensive liability. But, boy, has he made strides on that end of the floor.
Well, Kevin, consistency of being on the floor can help you with your offense, but we don't often talk about the learnings that come with being on the floor often defensively, making reads, understanding your opponents better. And I think Zion has suffered from those injuries taking away his opportunities to become a better defender. We're seeing that improvement now.
Oh, my. Karl Anthony Towns with a little extra emphasis on that one.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Here's Messi. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Knicks trailed by 3. Here's Anunoby. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The numbers will back it up, Brett, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, He's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board. You know, Olynyk not afraid to get physical out there with the defense all around him.
Pelicans shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Here's Brunson. Nice. Brunson working inside.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's McCollum. There's the drive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Jones. Good D by Anunoby.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Here's Brunson. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. McCollum with the ball. Brunson picks him up. And it's McCollum in the corner. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Towns. New York trailing. Now here's Brunson. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. And timeout called by Willie Green. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Pass to Anunoby. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
36 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
And a beautiful finish by Brunson. Brunson's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Brunson. And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up a foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And it's tied up with that one. It'll count. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And timeout called by Willie Green. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And the shot goes down. McCollum's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Pelicans. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And there's a whistle that goes on Herbert Jones. That's foul number 2 for him. Anunoby outside. Outside, Towns. 4 on the clock.
Zion showing great quickness with not only his feet, but his hands as well, defensively.
Here's Jones. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
It's his first trip to the line.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Towns, high post. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson.
Assist goes to.
And it's 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns. With the floater, Murray, no good.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Oh, man, that's a high-level finish from Jalen Brunson, playing right through the whistle.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
And Williamson throws it down.
Try to find other ways to talk about Zion's leaping ability. How about timing? Showing it there.
Anunoby has the open look. Connects from three-point range. Anunoby's got 5 now.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
The Knicks with the lead. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Hart. Going inside. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
I'd like to see Hart looking to set up his guys in the pick and roll and be that playmaker.
It's Jones on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. The Knicks leading by 4. You know, Brent, Josh Hart has been a contributor at the many stops in his NBA career.
Now, sometimes you have to wait to find your home, Kevin. That's been the case for Josh, but he has always contributed to winning, and now he's locked into this role where he is flourishing. This guy has all the tools to go out there and do little things every night that help your team be in a position to win games. Oh, Zion, those 2 points felt like a mini earthquake.
Here's Brunson. Left side, Towns. And another turnover here by New York.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Poked loose. Brunson with it. Now defended by McCollum. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Bridges. Pass to Hart. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. And Towns throws it down.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
Lets it go with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Hart. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Knicks lead.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Bridges attacking.
How about the reach from Murphy using those long arms to get to that shot?
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Bridges, no one around him. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And timeout called by Willie Green. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Pelicans trail by 6. And he drives in. And the basket by Alvarado. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. And here's Payne. Back to McBride. The Knicks have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. Free throw good, McBride.
Shooting for New York, Miles McBride.
And McBride drops them both. 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Brown deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Here's Messi. Robinson with the block. And he recovers it. And it's Alvarado missing.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And so
The Knicks, 46.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The Knicks leading by 6. Payne up top. Pass to Towns. Some nice passing by New York here. Payne with it. Just 5 to shoot. Achua. Count it. Good. Achua's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Knicks.
Payne just opening things up for this offense by moving the ball.
That one drops for him.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Anunoby outside. Back to Payne. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Good on the three-point shot.
Love the assertive attitude from Jones, wanting to continue to improve in his jump shooting.
Achua inside. A dunk by Achua.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Pass to Messi. There's a good screen. And that one comes up a bit short.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Here's Payne. He is guarded by McCollum. Back to Anunoby. Now McBride. It's hauled in by Brown. And timeout called by Willie Green. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. The short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to catch the message Willie Green gave to his team. Now, Coach talked all about fouls in that huddle. He reminded them, play defense with our feet. Beat them to the spots. Hands straight up. Don't give them a chance to blow the whistle on us. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for New Orleans. They trail by 6. A shot by Messi, no good. Hard bounce pass. Inside, Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all 3 levels.
It looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
Pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Here's Brunson. And here's Towns. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Towns has got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks. Murray outside. A shot by Messi, no good.